Welcome to Echoes of the City. Today we're diving into the history and evolution of Seoul, a city where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge technology. From its origins as a walled city to becoming a global metropolis, Seoul's story is one of resilience, transformation and cultural vibrancy. Beneath the glittering facade lies a city steeped in history. Long before the skyscrapers pierced the sky, Seoul was known as Seoul, the heart of the Baekje Kingdom. Imagine a time when warriors on horseback roamed the banks of the Han River. The air, thick with anticipation, carries the clang of swords and the rhythmic beat of drums. This was Seoul in its infancy, a strategically vital settlement nestled amidst rolling hills and fertile plains. The Han River, a shimmering ribbon of life, provided a lifeline for the burgeoning kingdom, connecting it to the Yellow Sea and the wider world. Life in Seoul revolved around the river. Boats laden with goods sailed to and from distant shores, bringing with them not just trade, but also new ideas and cultural influences. The Baekje people, known for their artistry and cultural sophistication, flourished in this vibrant environment. They built magnificent temples adorned with intricate carvings, crafted exquisite jewelry from gold and jade, and developed a writing system that would lay the foundation for Korean literature. The Baekje era was a time of both prosperity and conflict. Wars raged between the three kingdoms of Korea, Baekje, Silla and Goguryeo, each vying for control of the peninsula. Through it all, Seoul stood as a symbol of Baekje power and resilience, its walls echoing with the stories of triumphs and tragedies that unfolded within. The city, with the Han River as its constant companion, bore witness to the ebb and flow of history, its fate intricately linked to the fortunes of the Baekje Kingdom. The fall of the Baekje Kingdom in the 7th century marked a turning point in Seoul's history. The city, once a symbol of Baekje might, faded into relative obscurity. It wasn't until the rise of the Joseon dynasty in the late 14th century that Seoul was thrust back onto the center stage of Korean history. Under the leadership of King Taejo, the founder of the Joseon dynasty, Seoul, now renamed Hanyang, was chosen as the new capital. The king, a visionary leader with a keen eye for strategic advantage, recognized the city's potential. Surrounded by mountains that provided natural defenses and blessed with the fertile Han River Valley, Hanyang was ideally positioned to become the political, economic and cultural hub of the new dynasty. The Joseon dynasty ushered in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity for Korea. Hanyang, reflecting the dynasty's Confucian values, was transformed into a meticulously planned city. Broad avenues lined with imposing government buildings and elegant residences radiated out from the grand palaces of the Joseon kings. The city's layout, a testament to the Joseon's belief in order and harmony, reflected the social hierarchy of the time, with officials and aristocrats occupying the prestigious northern districts, while merchants and commoners resided in the southern parts of the city. The Joseon dynasty's emphasis on education and culture left an enduring legacy on Seoul. Temples, like the serene Jogyesa Temple, became centers of learning and spiritual practice. Scholars and artists flocked to the city, drawn by the royal court's patronage. Traditional Korean arts, from calligraphy and painting to music and dance, flourished under the Joseon, enriching the cultural tapestry of Hanyang and laying the foundation for the vibrant arts scene that Seoul enjoys today. The dawn of the 20th century cast a long shadow over Seoul as the Joseon dynasty, weakened by internal strife and external pressures, succumbed to Japanese imperialism. In 1910, Korea was formally annexed by Japan, marking the beginning of a brutal 35-year occupation that would leave an indelible mark on Seoul and its people. The Japanese, determined to assimilate Korea into their empire, sought to erase Korean culture and identity. Seoul, once a symbol of Korean pride, became a testing ground for Japan's modernization efforts, often at the expense of its historical fabric. Traditional Korean architecture was demolished to make way for modern buildings, streets were widened and renamed, and the Japanese language was imposed in schools and government offices. The Japanese occupation was a time of immense hardship for Koreans. They were subjected to forced labor, cultural suppression, and political persecution. Resistance movements, both within Korea and abroad, fought tirelessly for independence, but their efforts were met with brutal repression. Seoul, once a city of vibrant culture and tradition, became a city under siege, its spirit seemingly broken under the weight of oppression. Despite the hardships they faced, the Korean people never gave up hope of regaining their freedom. The spirit of resistance, fueled by a deep love for their homeland and a longing for self-determination, burned brightly in the hearts of ordinary Koreans. Secret schools were established to preserve Korean language and culture, while underground newspapers circulated, spreading messages of resistance and hope. The seeds of defiance, sown during the dark days of occupation, would eventually blossom into a powerful movement for liberation. War and rebirth. Seoul's path to recovery. The end of World War II in 1945 brought with it the promise of a new era for Korea. The joy of liberation from Japanese rule, however, was short-lived. The Korean peninsula, caught in the crosshairs of the emerging Cold War, was divided along the 38th parallel, with the Soviet Union administering the north and the United States administering the south. Seoul, precariously perched near the border, found itself at the heart of a divided nation. In 1950, tensions erupted into open conflict as North Korean forces, supported by the Soviet Union and China, invaded the south. The Korean War, a brutal conflict that would claim millions of lives, devastated the Korean peninsula. Seoul, the focal point of the fighting, changed hands 4 times during the war. Its streets reduced to rubble, its once grand buildings shattered remnants of their former glory. The armistice agreement signed in 1953 brought an end to the fighting, but it did little to heal the wounds of war. Seoul, once a thriving metropolis, lay in ruins, its infrastructure shattered, its economy in shambles. The city, however, refused to be defined by the devastation. Fueled by an indomitable spirit and an unwavering belief in a brighter future, the people of Seoul embarked on a remarkable journey of reconstruction. The rebuilding of Seoul was a testament to the resilience and determination of the Korean people. With the support of international aid and driven by a shared sense of purpose, they cleared the rubble, rebuilt their homes and businesses, and breathed new life into their shattered city. The war, though devastating, had inadvertently fostered a sense of unity and national pride. From the ashes of conflict emerged a new Seoul, determined to rise again, stronger and more vibrant than ever before. The miracle on the Han River Seoul's economic rise. The decades following the Korean War witnessed a remarkable transformation in Seoul. Once a city scarred by conflict, Seoul emerged as an economic powerhouse, its skyline punctuated by skyscrapers, its streets bustling with commerce. This period of unprecedented growth, dubbed the Miracle on the Han River, was a testament to the hard work, innovation and unwavering spirit of the Korean people. The South Korean government, under the leadership of President Park Chung-hee, implemented a series of ambitious economic policies that propelled the nation into the ranks of the world's fastest-growing economies. Seoul, the nation's capital and largest city, became the epicenter of this economic miracle. Factories sprang up along the banks of the Han River, churning out everything from textiles and electronics to ships and automobiles. The Han River, once a symbol of division and conflict, was transformed into a symbol of progress and prosperity. Bridges, such as the iconic Mapo Bridge, spanned the river, connecting the city and facilitating the flow of goods and people. New highways and subway lines crisscrossed the city, easing congestion and connecting Seoul's burgeoning industrial zones with its residential areas. The economic boom of the 1960s and 70s brought about a dramatic improvement in the lives of ordinary Koreans. Wages rose, living standards improved, and access to education and healthcare expanded. Seoul, once a city struggling to rebuild, became a beacon of hope and opportunity, attracting people from all over the country in search of a better life. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Seoul's rich history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to explore more cities with us. Leave a comment below and let us know which city you'd like to see next on Echoes of the City. Until next time, keep exploring.